Showers of blessings today and always. Kadakadayam Karanamam by writer Balakumaran. The story opens with a 13-year-old girl Gauri walking in a park with her parents. And Gauri is excited to see a peculiar plant. She called out to her father and asked him the name of this plant. Father looked at it and said, "Oh, this is a touch-me-not plant. And he continued to say that this particular behavior of this plant, the instant you touch it, it closes up. This behavior has a story behind it. So Gauri is all excited to listen to the story, so she asked her father to continue. So her father continued to tell her the story of Ahalya. Yes, we all know that Ahalya was cursed by her husband due to the deceit of Lord Indra, and then she gets turned to a stone. So she was made into a rock, and the minute Lord Rama stepped on the rock, she was freed from her curse. So when she got freed from her curse, immediately sage Gautam came, picked her up and took her away with him. Lord Rama was absolutely confused. How could a rock become a beautiful woman? And who was the sage who had come and taken her away instantly? So he looked questioningly at Vishwamitra. So Vishwamitra will continue to say, yeah, that is sage Gautam, Ahalya's husband. One day Lord Indra, enticed by Ahalya's beauty, wanted to own her, and Ahalya refused him and did not abide to any of his confrontations. So finally Lord Indra decided the best way to get to Ahalya is by trick. So he, early in the morning, even before sunrise, he crowed like a cock. So sage Gautama thought it was time, and he went to have his bath. He goes out of his hut to go have a bath. The minute he leaves, Indra takes the form of sage Gautam and goes to Ahalya. For a minute Ahalya is confused and wonders how her husband could have come back so soon. And when Lord Indra embraces her, she's still confused, but finally gives in, thinking it is her husband, sage Gautam. When sage Gautam returned, he was furious, and he told Ahalya, "Are you a stone? How could you not know the difference between the touch of your husband and another man?" And he cursed Ahalya to become a rock. Ahalya did become a rock and had to wait till Lord Rama had come and relieved her of this curse. So when she was relieved, sage Gautama came and took his wife away. So as Vishwamitra narrated the story to Rama, he listened patiently, and as he took a step forward to leave, he felt something tug him back, and literally he had to place his bow on the firm ground to steady himself before he looked down. And when he looked down, he was surprised. His foot was entwined by a grass. And even more surprised Rama was when the grass began to speak. The grass told Lord Rama, "Lord Rama, call Ahalya and sage Gautama back. They have to answer a question which I have against them." Lord Rama looked surprisingly at the grass and said, "How is it possible? How come you are able to speak?" The grass proudly said, "I live in the land where sage Gautama and Ahalya had lived. So here we grasses can speak, we can even sing. this is a magical land. And then Lord Rama asked, what is your problem? I cannot call them back. You tell me what your problem is and maybe I can solve it for you. So the grass continued to complain to Lord Rama and said, when Ahalya was cursed, she had done a mistake. So she was cursed and she had to undergo the punishment. And she was standing on top of me when she was cursed. So when she turned to a rock, so did I got crushed under the rock. Every other plant that was around me at that time has now grown to be huge trees, and they flower and bloom and bear fruits. But look at me. What did I do? Why do I have to suffer something like this and still be like this? So they have to answer for my situation, what I am in now. Rama looked at the grass and said, are you sure you were there when Indra had tricked Ahalya? The grass vouched of his presence there. So Rama continued to ask, when you saw Ahalya's confusion, when you saw her face filled with confusion on seeing Sage Gautama, that is actually Lord Indra, did you even make an effort to warn her? The grass said no. Did you even make an effort, like how you held me back with your strength, to do the same when Lord Indra was trying to trick Ahalya? So the grass said no. So you were there when Ahalya was tricked, when Ahalya was deceived, and when Ahalya was punished and cursed. And you never opened your mouth to even say a word to help her or free her. The courage and strength that you have now to literally hold me back, you didn't use it then when you had to. So you too have a major part in Lord Indra's sin. And he looked at the grass and said, now will you let me go, or would I have to kill you? Instantly the grass closed up. From that day, Gauri's father said, every time someone touched it, it always thought that it was Lord Rama's touch, and it closed up. Gauri listened to this story, and as she was about to leave, she told her father, we should never disturb that plant again. It is already hurt, and we shouldn't keep hurting it more by touching it repeatedly. So today's message, which I understood from the story, is many people around us may have done mistakes intentionally or unintentionally. But let us not take pleasure in pricking them or pointing out their mistakes and hurting them repeatedly. We all need to practice that kind of sensitivity towards each other. What more is needed to make our world a beautiful place, if not love and compassion? Let's learn to forgive. Let's learn to be sensitive and let our hearts be filled with love and compassion. Stay blessed.